The World Champion Waterfowl Calling Contest is held every year at the Waterfowl Festival in Easton. Well, we wanted to see what goes into becoming a World Champion caller, so we paid a visit to Easton High School during this year's festival. People driving by Easton High School back in November of last year might have thought that the lunatics had escaped from the asylum. But there is nothing remotely crazy about the world of waterfowl calling other than the amount of time and effort it takes to become a world-class champion.
Overall, it ended up paying out about $7,500 for a first place world goose, as well as some other cash prizes for the other contests, the live goose, the team goose, the live duck, junior and senior, those things as well, all compiled together should be about $25,000 to $30,000 worth of prizes.
The stage is set for the World Championship Waterfowl Calling Contest at the 44th Annual Waterfowl Festival in Easton. This is the preliminary round of an event that takes place over 2 days, so the Outdoors Delmarva crew was only here for a little bit of it. But what we experienced gives us an insight into the artistry of waterfowl calling.
The caller has to sound like a goose, and I know that sounds simple, but with that underlying idea, there's a lot of other factors that come into play too. A lot of the callers, they'll do a lot of notes that have level of difficulty that's harder to do than others, and a lot of the judges here understand those notes.
Behind a big curtain on the stage is where the judges will be seated. And since the contestants will be referred to by number only, the judging will be completely blind.
I mean, the call is an instrument, and that's literally what it is. So there may be 5 people that can blow a saxophone or play guitar, but the way the cadence that those musical tones flow are all brought to the table.
Still the main factor is they have to sound like a goose. They have to do goosey notes, sound like a goose, but it's kind of all of that sandwiched in a 90-second routine that's kind of appealing to the ear.
We'll be sitting in on the team goose calling competition, and if it weren't for the echo in the auditorium, a person with his eyes closed would swear he was listening to the real thing. But how does a caller get to know the music of the waterfowl so well? For that answer, we asked our buddy, Sean Mann.
Really, there's no substitute to getting close to the birds and listening to them, watching them, paying attention to the birds themselves. There's a lot of good teachers out there as far as how to operate a call, but there's no better teacher on how to actually use it in the field than the Canada geese and the ducks that we have here on the shore. Snow geese, Canada geese, mallards, all of it. So to me, it's all about the birds. Get close to them, pay attention to them, and let them teach you how to operate these calls.
Listen to that natural sound.
You bet.
17-year-old Robbie Iverson from Ottawa, Illinois would eventually be crowned this year's world champion goose caller. But to us, it was just a pleasure to sit back and listen to all of the contestants channel their inner goose.